There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
Let's go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check. Crunch.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
54. It's just me and you. Mike's 54. Wild Bill. Right there, 54, right there. Come on.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Here we go. Like 80!
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward.
They do not score.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. On play action, now Garoppolo. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
We got 3.
It's complete to Diggs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. They'll drop the throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. He'll look to throw. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run it with Jones. Anthony Barr in on the tackle. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Check, 42's the mic. Switch. Check.
2nd and 5. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
You. No, stay at home. Mike's 54. Trot. Ricky.
2nd and 10. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Here we go. 180!
Tight end to the right, tight end to the right. Move.
11. Get hot.
Play action. Garoppolo going up top. He's got it at the 15. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 53 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They run, Cook. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
On 2nd down, Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Here we go. 180!
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Bring it. Bring it. Zip that. Motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man. Over. 55. Mike 55.
2nd and 2. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves him still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Come on, D. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch the zoom. Here we go. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And this one will be brought back to the 22. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. His throw caught right around the 6. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now Jones. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal back to the 8-yard line now.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Mike. Check 55. Mike.
We own them. We own them.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well.
Here we go. 180.
Single. Watch 84.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Here we go. 120.
A quick throw taken in by Diggs. That one covers 29 yards. First down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Here we go. 180.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on the nine.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off.
The Packers take over first and 10.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking deep for Adams. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
You got it.
Incomplete. Brings up second and 10 at the 20.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go.
Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. He's scared.
They'll throw now on the final play. But it stays out. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Come on. 21.
2nd and 5 now. Garoppolo. He's got Smith here. 7 yards there and a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Here we go. 20.
On first down, it's Cook. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here we go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Don't say nothing.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. He'll get 3 up to midfield. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
On 3rd down, Best. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Check nickel. 11. 56. Mike. Right there.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Now this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield.
Result of the play is a turnover on down.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They're going to look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's get in that hole. Move. Mike spot forward. Rick. 54.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. They'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Right there in the middle, 55.
Let's go, defense. Defense.
Back to throw. It's caught. Jones. Well, they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Right here.
Right there. Right there. 54.
They'll set up to throw. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Yeah. 54. Watch 54. You're trash. Bravo. Check.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have retaken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
After the sack on 1st down, Garoppolo, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Here we go. 180.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go. Ready?
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Watch tight end. 4 down.
Looking to throw on second down. Garoppolo. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. They'll run for it. Cook. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down.
And the Vikings first down.
Here we go.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
The Vikings on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is third and 11. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Running for it, here's Cook. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10. Here's Freeman. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Garoppolo looks to throw. It's caught. Smith. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter, it's a good running back dive play.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Geronimo Allison, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
2nd and long. He's going to let it fly. And this will be caught at the 30. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams, 77 yards, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Important extra point up and through, and that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Line 36. Protein spill. You ain't doing nothing today. White. Go ahead. Stay hot.
Now Garoppolo. Got a man. That's Allison. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Four down. Check three.
6.
Garoppolo to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go, let's bring it.
Back to throw, Garoppolo. Open here is Allison, that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
To throw is Garoppolo. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
21.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win. Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs.